just yet. Had a load of fun on my parents' couch, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Hey,
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that would draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Michael Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Take right open. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here?
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Taking it right down Broadway. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Get set.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. Down the left sideline. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Here's Purdy. Completes it to Jennings. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. The Niners at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked up by Foyesade and Lewicki.
And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now Lawrence to throw. He throws and he hits the slap out to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Bigsby once more.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
2nd and 10. In motion right here, Hunter. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Third and 12.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Cam Little for the Jaguars field goal. A 56.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Dallas Flowers on the attack. The Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
A gain of a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
18, 21. Tighten up.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Purdy. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. And the 49ers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Let's go.
Now Lawrence. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, get the red on the red. Hey, James,
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Bigsby. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run with ETN. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Well, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they have regained the lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, big run there, 29 yards and a first. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. Now Purdy. Steps away to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
That is caught. Touchdown! George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Joseph now to have the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. You see Purdy, he's going to shift them around. Now they'll change things around before the snap. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Purdy from the gun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Joseph's got it.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Lawrence.
He completes it to Hunter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Hey, line, 11, done.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
These are 24.
Lawrence will throw.
Forced out to his left. And we'll get it down to the 47 here.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
At the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Easy, route. Hey, go. Here we go.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Right, let's go. Think wide open.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
Let's go.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
His pass caught at the 4. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the day.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Third down, here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on a free kick. And that's a big mistake. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's 2nd down.
Red on the red. Hey, I'm done. It's hot.
Here's Bigsby. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Hey, line. Safe break. Hey, here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Lawrence and the JAGS offense staying out there. They'll go for two here.
And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Purdy to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Purdy. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Here's Purdy.
Going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No better. When I got rich again, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Space 60 racks on the camouflage bells. Diamonds on me. I'm a blue.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. To throw is Purdy.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So